Hello, and welcome to THFC Till I Die. We have got some big breaking news, and I know Ellie has literally just come off her live, but I managed to coax her back on again to give you this news that has been broken by David Ornstein, which is that there has been an official offer for Harry Kane. I'll read you exactly what was said. Exclusive. Bayern Munich have today submitted an official proposal to sign Harry Kane from Tottenham Hotspur. Bayern written offer for 29-year-old striker worth 70 million euros plus add-ons. England's captain has 1 year left on his existing Spurs contract. So, Ellie, what's your initial thoughts about this?
Very, very, very not surprising news, because Dermot and Philip were talking about it yesterday on THFC Till I Die, but it's come out of the blue that they're going to make an official bid. I thought they wouldn't do it. I thought they would bottle out of it because everybody else seemed to come out of the deal, haven't they? And they're not really interested with the 100 million or plus price tag that Levy's put on his head. So yeah, it's come of a bit, not out of like left wing, but still, I just feel maybe now is the time to sell him as well. I feel, because an official bid's been made, and I think he's made some noises that he does want to go as well.
Do you think that they would have put in a bid if he hadn't give them indications that he would have been willing to move?
Yeah, I think.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I think because he's made noises that he wants to move, I think people are getting more confident in terms of, what they're going to do about the situation. And now Bayern have made the first move, the first official move, but like David Ornstein's reported, that they've slapped down 70 million euros to get him in, plus add-ons. So depending on how good those add-ons are, I think Levy's going to seriously consider it, especially because he doesn't want to have an unhappy player. Because like you saw the debacle, what happened last season, and we had Harry Kane really moping about for about 3 or 4 matches or more, before he actually got into action. But yeah, I don't think it's come out of left wing, and also I think Harry Kane's instigated it with his brother.
Well, there was reports that yesterday that they had spoken to his family and to his agent, which is his family, and they were all positive talks, is what was reported. So I feel like that those positive talks have led to this official bid. Let us know what you all think in the chat. Let's say a quick hello to everybody. Good morning to you, Colin. Hello to you, Carl Simpson. I hope you're well. Good morning to Godfrey as well. Hodgod, my fellow Bexley Heath guy. Love it. He's from around my way. I hope you're good. Carl has said, I've heard that the add-ons can go up to 100 million, or apparently they are prepared to offer us a player as well.
Oh, that'd be
okay.
Kimmich.
Yeah. As if let's see if Kane is really up for German football. Yeah, it will be interesting. So the next banner, I've only quickly done these, guys, so bear with me. Is this enough money for you? Would you think this is an acceptable bid, Ellie?
I would have preferred it to be more nearer the 90 million mark with add-ons, and so would Levy, I would suspect. But you know what? There's a lot of inflation about. There's lots of hardship about in maybe not in so much in German football, but still, 70 million seems a little bit low in my book. Even if there is extra add-ons, I suppose he'll have to agree. They'll have to agree something that they'll pay us extra money if he makes a certain amount of appearances, or if he plays in the Champions League and they win the Champions League, that sort of thing. So I think it's a bit low. I don't think Levy's going to accept that.
See, I feel the same. I don't think that he will accept that first offer. But does that leave the door open then for more offers? Do you think that's?
Yeah,
He maybe that would be the think now that they've made this opening offer, that they feel
yeah.
like it's a possibility for them to get Kane, that maybe now they will open further like talks then.
Yeah, there's buying currency now because now they've seen Bayern Munich take the first step. I think a lot of other offers are going to come in because they're going to think, well, he maybe there's a lot of truth in that Harry does want to leave, because with Harry, it's all like ifs and buts, and there's lots of stories that come out that are not true, lots of stories that come out that have been substantiated, but not fully substantiated. Sorry. So I think a lot of other teams, like, I don't think Man City will come in for him. I think maybe, God forbid, Chelsea do. Oh my God, what if
No,
that
I don't
happens?
think so. I don't
You know
think so.
what? I don't think he'll go anyway, but God forbid if they make a bid. But I think other teams will come in, probably Manchester United. They're the suitor, aren't they? I think they'll make their. You know what? And I think if Man United make a bid, I would put my hat on it that Harry Kane would rather stay in England because he wants to beat that record as well.
Yeah, so let's go through a few of the texts. Spurs need to just let him go now. Good morning, Mia and the chat. Good morning, Philly. I hope you're well. Hi, Mia and Ellie. I'm well, thanks, Mia. Much cooler today. Are you okay? I've missed the first bit. How much have they bid for? Well, they put in 70 million euros plus add-ons for him so far. And we've got Colin saying 1 year in his deal and he's prepared to walk away for free at the end of the season. 70 million is a good price. 100 mil on the nut. 90%, 90 plus add-ons is about right, but with 1 year left is a dangerous game. And Paddy here, who we all know, is saying Spurs will reject the offer 100%. So I don't, because I think though that this is, like I say, it's opening the door because they know. But I feel like that the reason that Bayern have put an official offer and Man U didn't, I think it's because they know that Tottenham won't sell to them. Even if they put an offer in, I think they know they're not going to sell to them. But it could create a bit of a bidding war because even if Man U don't maybe feel like, oh, actually, Bayern have put one in now, shall we try our luck? That could then create a bidding war. So that's maybe something that Levy kind of wanted.
The more money that comes into our club for him, because if we lose him next season, we're getting zilch. And zilch is not a good number in my book. Zero.
No.
Not good.
Well, Carl's saying here, Declan Rice for 120 million on 1 year left. Bayern can do one if you're telling me Kane's worth less. Yeah, there is that. It's just, it's about what, how much a club wants the player and how much the club are willing to sell the player for. Because don't forget, with Levy, I think it's all about not selling him to a rival, I think, personally.
Yeah. And also, when you look at it, right, Mia, Declan Rice, he's young. He's got about 7 or 8 years to play, whereas probably Harry's got 3, maybe 4 at best. Right,
That's it.
Now at the top level, and then he's going to start slowing down because he's a striker. But I just feel whoever makes the bid has to. I'm with Carl. They have to bump up more money. Maybe not as much as 120, but I think the 100 or 110 mil would be a satisfactory amount for Levy to let him go, because you never want to keep an unhappy player at your club. Like you say a lot of the time, I hear you say no player's bigger than the club.
No, that's right. I completely agree.
Yeah.
It's they sold Lewandowski to Barca. Pay to the piper.
Pay the piper. That's right. And we're the piper, so you've got to pay what we want.
If Kane wants to leave, let him go. That's my thing as well. Kane may stay and sign a new contract if Maddison arrives. I don't think so. I think that you can't. I don't think that you can say that one player coming into a club is enough for a player to stay. Like, then what is your mentality to do that? It's a bit like, so I'll give a good analogy, I think, is that if you're in a job that you really don't like, but your friend comes along, but you wanted to leave before they come along, and then your friend comes along, are you going to stay just because your friend's there if you're really that unhappy? Probably not. I wouldn't say that was likely. I think if you've got your mind on set on going, I don't think that a Maddison will make much of a difference. That's just my personal thoughts. Obviously, we can't get inside of Harry Kane's head, so we don't know what he is thinking.
Yeah.
Why should we, England's super striker for peanuts, buy another minted to get on with it? Yeah, I think this is, Joe, I feel like this is a tester offer. I feel like this is a tester to see where Tottenham are at, I feel. And I think that they will make another bid, personally.
Yeah, it's like, you know, when you go to buy a house, Mia, and you put in your first offer and it's rejected, and then you've got to put a little bit more and a little bit more until you get that house, you know? So bump up the money, Bayern.
Real Madrid will make an offer, but Bayern's will flesh out interest. Bayern has been preparing for Kane since last summer. There we go. It's a really interesting one with Bayern, because the thing is, we got told that Madrid are walking away from the deal because they're not willing to pay the amount that we want. So I think, will they come back in again thinking they can get him cheaper? But I just don't think they're going to accept it. And I just wonder if Levy is going to say to them, he ain't for sale. That's it. Kind of get lost, or is he going to be a bit like, actually, with Bayern, I can deal with them. Maybe I can get a bit more out of them. Come back with another offer.
Do you know what? I really do think on the 1st of July, when Ange Postecoglou starts, I think it won't be decided until they all have a chat, right? Because even though if Harry Kane is miserable and he definitely wants to go, he's going to make his noises at that meeting, isn't he? All right. And Levy's going to buckle. He will, because he won't want an unhappy player on his books, but he'll want to get a fantastic deal for Harry. And I think going abroad would be better for Spurs fans. In Levy's eyes, he's thinking, well, if he goes to Bayern, he's not helping another English team. And if he helps another English team and they go and win trophies and we're still trophyless, that's going to backfire on him. So I think he's looking at this Bayern Munich deal very seriously.
Carl's saying Levy's buying players that Kane wanted, such as Maddison. He may not want to go. See, do you believe that? Do you think that a Maddison is enough to make Kane stay?
No, I don't. Because that's just one player. If you're going to build a team, you need to get 7 or 8 players in at Spurs, roughly, to build a squad of players as well. It's not just your starting 11. And we've got so much dead wood to get rid of. So that's going to be extra money for us to use anyway. But in terms of just one player, I can't see it. Because Harry will think, well, we brought in 5 players last summer. And Perisic was of good pedigree. Basuma was supposed to hit the ground running, wasn't he? But he didn't, and Conte didn't really give him a look in. And then we had other signings that hardly got a look in as well. So, you know, I don't think Harry will look that way. It'll have to be 7 or 8 players of fantastic quality for him to even turn his head back to Spurs.
Yeah, no, I agree. Colin here saying Declan Rice is 24 years old. He has at least 9-10 years left. Yes, what you were saying, Ellie. He's young. Yeah. It's a completely different scenario, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
They won the league by goal difference to Dortmund the last day of the season. So Bayern board doesn't want to take that risk again. So my money's on 100 mil. They might offer us Mane. No thanks.
Oh my God. Mane. Right. If he comes back as the Mane of Liverpool, I'd have him 100%. But I don't think he's hit the ground running there, has he?
Not at all.
I'd rather have one of their midfielders. I think it's a bit to go back to them as well, because we were after him, weren't we? Is it Sabitzer went back to Bayern Munich? I think it is.
Yeah, I think he did, yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Mane, if he would be a good squad player, but I don't know. Nah.
Right. Well, yeah, I don't know. One thing is true. We need to get this sorted either way. We need to get our houses in order and ready to go. Absolutely. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Dortmund could make a bid after selling Bellingham to Real. Yeah, they've obviously.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's another option, I suppose. Then we can buy.
No, would you? No.
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 I think he'd rather, if he's going to go, I think he would go more Bayern than he would Dortmund.
Yeah.
Then we can buy Celtic's marksman. I don't know if Celtic are going to sell us any of their players, if I'm honest. I don't know if Andrew's got enough pull to go up there and say, come on, come down with me. I don't know if they will or not. And it's all about if Celtic want to sell.
Yeah.
My thinking is if Kane wants to break the Premier League record, he'd need to stay at Man United, City or Spurs. But Hodgod, is that enough? Is breaking that record enough? And could he come back really and do it still if he wanted? I suppose he could technically do that. So I just don't think that this whole he wants to stay in the Premier League thing is enough, because I think he knows in another year's time he's a year older, and where is he going to go in a year in the Prem? Because Man United would have bought someone by then. City, is he going to play back up to Haaland? Like, where's he going to go?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So there's not anywhere to win an actual trophy. You have to go to Man City, let's be honest, to actually guarantee it. So where else would he actually go to in the Prem to win that trophy? I just can't see it. And I think that those trophies are important to him. I do. I'm going to be honest. I do think they're important to him. They should be important to him.
He's not a musician, like you say, Mia. But you know what? He's broken so many records. Does he need another one to make him a complete? I think he'd like to have a trophy in his cabinet. You know,
I think so.
Like get a mini version of it. But you know what? I hope he hasn't got the scenario where he leaves and he doesn't win one. That would be ultimate, and then we win one instead. That'd be the ultimate insult, wouldn't it, on him?
It would.
But if that did happen, it would be so funny.
You wait until we put a big in for Maguire on Kane's request. No.
No, please, no.
I know he's a Spurs legend, but really, someone come back to the end of his playing career. Kane holds all the cards. He's not worth 100 million. That's Colm saying that.
Colm, naughty boy. we rate him higher than that, don't we? Because he's our star player. If people really watch Harry Kane, what he brings to a team, I'm not saying Colm doesn't, but if he's not just a striker, he's a number 6, he's a number 8, he's a number 10. He gels everything. He's fantastic at, linking all the play. He's fantastic at passing. He brings so much more to the game than goal scoring. So even if he doesn't score goals, he's going to create goals for you. But he will score goals because that's his forte.
And please, everybody, can you smash that like button, because it really helps with the algorithm. It tells YouTube that you like it, what we're bringing you. So please do that, as it then pushes out further. So then more people can come in and listen to all the latest Tottenham news that we bring you. Ange doesn't like players piss farting around trying to get a better deal to go to a new club. Ange has benched these players and offloaded them in the next transfer window. Ooh. Yeah, it'd be interesting when he does have that conversation with Kane to see where he's at with it, and how. I wonder if that will affect the next bid for Bayern, if they come in and give another bigger bid, if that will be accepted, because Ange just said, listen, you're mucking about now. I don't think this is right for the club, and wants him gone. You don't know, but he doesn't like people messing about, that's for sure. He really doesn't.
Yeah.
Kane is going now. We'll get the money, invest it in the squad, and we may do a Sheringham. Letting Kane go for free is not good, as there's nothing. We get nothing, and he could walk into Chelsea. No fan wants that. That's exactly my point. I said this morning. I said on my channel, I did a video, and I said, listen, would you rather he can go anywhere he likes, or would you rather control the situation in a way and get money for him? I feel like that it's a no-brainer for me. Absolutely. You want to get that money and sort of control who he goes to, so he doesn't go to your rivals.
Yeah.
On a free.
I know, and he's not going to be a happy bunny if we don't let him go. Obviously he's a professional. He'll play, but there's going to be that nagging thing behind his thing that I've got to play another year at Spurs, and then I could have gone to Bayern Munich, or I could have gone to Man United. Man City, I don't think will come in for him, no way. But to a club that's going places, we're in that sort of development role now, aren't we? And we don't know what to expect. We don't know what type of we know what style of football we're going to play, but we don't know what to expect, because you never know if our players are going to adapt to that style quick enough for us to get up further up the league and make it a successful season. It's all like in the dark, isn't it? When we're all in the dark.
Let's move on from Kane already. We need to look to the future. I would have snapped up Tony, but he's banned. Yeah, I wouldn't put a bet on it.
Yeah.
I'm here all week. Brighton's Ferguson would be a good option. Would Brighton sell any players to us? Like, would they want to come to us? Because it's not really at the moment, it's not really a big step up, is it? Let's be honest. So,
because he'll be playing Europa League football. Why would he come to Spurs at this stage of his career when he can play in Europe and get fantastic experience?
That's what I mean. Ferguson and Alex Scott would be fantastic. I couldn't care less if Kane wins anything after leaving Spurs. It's about the club. Yeah, me neither. Once he leaves my club, I don't care. I don't want him to win anything. I want us to win something. And if we win it without him, so be it. As long as we are winning, I'm really not bothered. And that sounds a bit harsh, but
I don't know. I'll still be a little bit happy for him. If he won something, something in my heart would say he deserves to win a trophy. I'm not totally. No, I'm not saying people are cold by saying that, but I like Kane, and I think he deserves a trophy. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the chat, people.
Let us know. Let us know what you think. Do you feel like? Yeah. Do you feel like that when Kane leaves, that you will be like not rooting for him to get a trophy, but you'll be happy for him to get that trophy? Or are you like me and Carl? Once you leave the club, once you don't wear my shirt, you don't belong to me. Sorry, off you go. You're out of here.
Cut you off at the next.
Well, Hodgson agrees with Carl. Get Maddison's signing done before letting Kane go. Kane is a big reason for Maddison's decision to join Spurs. Do you think so? Again, I don't know if that much of a player would be, if it would be, we've got Kane, or is it going to be, we've got a project, this is what we're going to do? I don't know. I feel like that it's probably more of what Andrew's told him that we want to do than it would be a Kane. What do you think?
Yeah, and also what Maddison brings to the team is fantastic goal contributions and fantastic assists. So if we do lose Kane, we're gaining 15 to 20 goals off Maddison, and we're creating 30 goal opportunities as well. So, it swings and roundabouts. But I think Kane, I don't think he will not sign just if Kane leaves. I don't think that would be a big factor in Maddison's eyes, because he's looking at our team and he's looking at, we've got Brazilians number one in Richarlison. All right, he had a stinker season, and then we've got Sonny, who, he's going to come good again. So, and we'll probably add another couple of people up front as well, I would imagine, at least one more striker, and then we've got Dane Scarlett and Divine who are on the fringes as well. So, every player, they can't just make a decision on just one player. No,
I don't believe that either. He might be a link of a player, number 6 or whatever else he can play, but he's worth 70 million max. Wow. I tell you, Column's coming in with a harsh today. He has liked. Good man, Godfrey. Make sure everybody follows Godfrey, and make sure you like this stream on both channels. Go over, if you're on my channel, make sure after you pop on and like the stream on TechFC Till I Die, and vice versa, please, guys. It's been 8 years of Kane. Some clubs aren't that lucky to keep a great player for that long, and unfortunately that cycle hasn't worked its time. Spurs have moved on, and Kane did the same.
Yeah, we should really move on, even though it'll upset a lot of Kane lovers, because I do love him, but I think we can move on now because he wants to go. He wanted to go last season.
I think both.
We're going to have an unhappy player, and we get nothing for him next season.
I think both can be true. I think that you can still admire Kane as a player and understand that him leaving on no money isn't good. We don't want that. I think both things can be true. I think just because you're saying that doesn't mean that you dislike Kane, and that's where a lot of people think I don't like Kane. I've got an agenda against him, but actually, it's not like that at all. I want what's best for my club, and I also think that Kane should want to go out and win those trophies anyway because of the type of elite athlete that he is, that he should want to do that. So yeah.
And we've let him down as a club, haven't we? We really have let him down with the type of and quality of players that we brought in. Not enough of them in the right positions as well, Mia. You know, when we should have strengthened our defence last season, we didn't, and we leaked 63 goals. So that's letting every player down, not just Kane, because it's a team game. It's not just a one-team game.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble. I'm not going to speak no more about it because obviously I'm going to get myself into trouble. But Kane hasn't turned up, in my opinion. None of them have turned up in the big games where he could have won. And I think that the whole team and the previous managers have let us all down. That's how I view it.
My brother made a really good point on that because I chat with my brother like you do with yours, Mia, my brother Boo, and he said if Kane had the proper support and he had elite players came in to support him, even 2 or 3 would have made a big difference, and we might have got over the line on some of those occasions, but we just didn't quite have enough to beat the teams. Because when you think about it, we played top teams. We didn't play any teams that are low. We played Man City, Man United, Chelsea, and Liverpool. You see, they're 4 of the best teams that have win trophies and get them over the line. For us to have beaten them, we would have had to gone that extra mile and helped Kane a bit more. All right, yes, you do say you get in trouble, Mia, because you say, oh, he didn't turn up. But it is a team game at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah, but my point is the whole team. I said the whole team let us down, and the managers previously. Some of the times they have let us down. It hasn't always been as simple as one player or whatever. But I do think we've had the opportunities, and we have been let down. Absolutely, we have.
And we've had some really good players. Like when we played Liverpool, we had Ericsson and Dele Alli. We had Lucas Moura on the bench. We had, like, in defence, we weren't so strong, but we had still Lloris playing at his peak, you know, and we could have got that one over the line if we just had a little bit of luck. Because like you said, I've heard you say it many times, just a little bit here and a little bit there, we could have got 1 or 2 of those trophies over the line, you know.
Yeah, it's just the way it is. Oh God, I smashed my thumb on the like button, Mia. Not sure my phone likes it. Yeah, don't smash your phone while you're smashing that like button.
Yeah.
Sell Kane for 100 million and bring in 2 or 3 quality players. Yeah, that's a good point. We'll have the money then. We can't replace Kane, right? Everybody's talking about replacing Kane. We cannot do it because Kane is irreplaceable in what he does. He's very unique as a player. It's a bit like saying that Barcelona need to replace Messi. You can't replace Messi, right? He's he is Messi. So for me, it would be about getting in quality players who can help out the team and can help out with that goal contribution. So we ain't going to ever replace Kane. Like, I don't think that can be done, but I do think we can get quality players in to help out with the team and with that money.
Yeah, and Brighton, right? They play as a team. They're a fantastic team, but they play as a team. They haven't got individual stars here, there, and everywhere. But they've got their star players, but they're not littered throughout the side. But what they do, they play such brilliant football and the movement of the ball. So if you play as a team, you can overcome the bigger teams and beat them, like Brighton did. They smashed Man United. They smashed Liverpool. You know, you can do it. All right, they didn't smash us, but still, that's another story. But you can tell the way they play. You play as a team, you can achieve a lot. You know, even if you haven't got 10, 11 star players, you can still achieve. Yeah.
Yeah, there has actually been an update. Oh, that Colin
has just come on.
Colin has just put in the chat, and I'm just trying to find the actual official thing, but I can't.
You want me to do the breaking news music?
The bid has already been rejected.
Yeah.
So I thought that would actually happen. I did think that it would be a case of that. But yeah, Kane won't accept that kind of fee. They wouldn't. I think we already kind of thought that and knew that anyway. But what will now be interesting is if they put in another offer. Let's see if they put in another offer. I think that's going to be the crux of it, isn't it? It's like, will he do that? Will they put anything else in?
What Levy will do.
Yeah.
That'd be Levy. You're not having him flying through the window. Bump it up.
So let's quickly go back through these comments. Dan E, thank you for joining us this morning. Says, sell Kane, we can make better team and already have backup for a striker. I think a lot of people would think the same, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Kane must have made it clear to Ange and Levy what he wants. So maybe he's off to Bayern. I said that, didn't I? I said that at the start. I said, do you know what? Is this the fact they've offered? Is this Kane actually said to them, giving them the okay to offer? Because it's something that he would accept, like the player would accept going there. Because I don't think that other teams have put in an official bid, because I think that they know that it won't be accepted, as in they won't let Kane go there. So Man U haven't, because it will be instantly he's not going to Man United. So I think the reason that Bayern have is because they've got the okay to do it, if that makes sense,
Yeah,
from
I think
the club.
Yeah, true, me.
And
I think they've been given some sort of green light from Harry's camp that, you know, they otherwise why would they put in a bid? You know, they must have been given some sort of encouragement to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think there has to have been some sort of encouragement.
Yeah.
Will Ange get the Kane money, or will Levy build another floor of his hotel? Do you know what I will say about this, Terry, is that I think it's a bit of a misconception. I don't know. I'm not the money person, but I don't think that the money for the hotels comes out of money from any sort of sales of the club at the club. I think that money has already been set aside, and I think that's probably come out of some sort of loan that we have for the whole of the stadium. So I don't think it actually does come out of that money, if I'm honest. I think that would be very bad business to do that. So I don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
I'm more confident that we can spend our money a bit more sensibly than the Bale money. If we can get a few more in, like Vicario, smart and affordable signings. Yeah, I think that's, do you know what, Greg? I think that will happen, because I feel Ange has got that ability to scout out these players as well.
Yeah. That's a very good comment, Greg said. He's Greg excellent. So yeah.
Excellent. Yeah,
Greg excellent.
Ryan Gravens Birch plus 100 mil would be a nice deal.
Ryan Gravenberch. Not a I know about him, but not a lot about him.
No,
so we'll have to research before we're going to have him over at our club. not that I can make a decision, but you know.
Yeah. Not being funny, we can see Kane for 100 million, then he gets urgent. I think he means sell Kane.
Kane for 100, yeah.
Daniel here saying, what's the source of this alleged bid? Ali Gold at 9.39. Spurs are still making it very clear they would immediately reject a bid for Harry Kane should they receive one. Yeah, that was David Ornstein has said that they put in a bid and it did actually get rejected, as Ali Gold said that it would get rejected, but they did put it in. I think David Ornstein isn't somebody that would tell lies. I think that he is somebody who obviously knows his stuff. So yeah, I think that I don't think he would say it unless it was an actual thing. Morning, me and Ellie. If Kane wants to go, let's hope there's something in the contract that we have to a buyback option. Let him go for 2 years, get trophies, then come back and smash the Premier League record. Yeah, that's an option, isn't it? That is an option.
Yeah,
to do that.
He's 32 then, and the type of player he is, he can play till 35 easily, maybe 37.
Leicester rocked up that year and won the league out of nowhere. Anything is possible. Well, Joe, what one of my tattoos says, show me where to stand and I'll move the earth, because nothing's impossible, right?
Brilliant. What a great tattoo.
For me, I couldn't care less for any player winning a tiddlywink competition after leaving Spurs. Absolutely. I'm on board with that. Kane will be the first player to leave Tottenham and win a trophy.
True.
True. Kane never wins anything in any team he's played for. Every time he's left the club's won. He's never
left the club's won, but
he's never
left.
Yeah, that's what I'm a bit confused.
That.
We could snap up Daka from Leicester or Sarr from Watford. Interesting. And Column is in angry mood at United takeover and is going to be completed by 2028. Yeah, Column is in a bit of a funny mood today. He's like, nope, having none of it with the Harry Kane stuff. Angelo is saying Son's teammates for South Korea striker Cho Gu-sung could well come over. He was on Angie's radar previously. Yeah, he does like them, doesn't he? From that kind of like South Korean and stuff. So that is a possibility.
Yeah, true.
I mean, we have Scarlett, Parrott and Donnelly waiting in his wings. We don't need a superstar replacement, as they might come on with an ego. We need players with a point to prove. I wouldn't say Parrott, though. Parrott, I'm a bit like, I don't know, because I think he is now got past that, I think. I don't think he's going to be it for Tottenham. But, yeah, we have got youngsters, but we still need experience as well.
I think the ones to watch are Mikey Moore and Dorrington. They're the ones who divine.
Mikey Moore is very
Mikey
good.
Moore, I read that he got something in his contract that he should be playing within the next 2 years. That's his goal, to be breaking into the first team in the next 2 years. But I think he'll do it before then.
He's so young, though, Ellie. He's still
17, isn't he? Is he 15?
He's 15. He's 16 this year.
He's too young.
He will be
18 if he's good enough.
Yeah, 18. He'll be 16. He's 16 this year. So not next summer, the summer after, he'll be 18 that summer, I think.
Yeah, academy players, only 3% of them make the grade. So, I just hope some of ours make the grade, because we've got some really talented youngsters coming through.
Carl Simpson, sorry. So the players being let down. What about us broken fans? I know. Spray Fresh says, I say Spurs should give Harry a choice between a contract extension or letting him go this window. Yeah, I would too. I'd give him a bit of an ultimatum and say, what are you going to do, Harry? Put it down the table. You've got 5 days. Tell me what you want. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
You need to make a decision. I really hope that if Kane leaves, he goes to Bayern or another club like that. I don't want him at Old Trafford. He'll just be another Ngarglu, Zlatan, Cavani, and I'm fed up with them signings.
Colin, harsh. Man, he's a star striker for England and for Spurs for so many years. He hasn't just done it in 1 or 2 seasons. He's done it for 8 seasons solid, or 7 seasons solid. And he's been scoring for fun. Yeah, so you're going to get a brilliant player.
He won't go Man U, I don't think, anyway. But Levy wants a bidding war. Yeah, that's what I said at the beginning, didn't I? I said I think he wants a bidding war. The difference between winning teams and us, 8s, we keep playing long, Kane included, and this is why youth players should and will leave. I think it's to do with the managers that we've had previously, personally, that didn't give them a chance. That's why I believe that they left.
I agree that we keep some players too long. And
definitely.
Bad players as well. It's not as if they're brilliant players and we've kept them because they're brilliant. They're terrible players.
Yeah,
I don't have to name them because everybody knows them.
Carl here saying we need to have a team of goal scorers. This has been our problem. Looking at Arsenal, we need a team full of over 10 goals a season, so it's shared out. Yeah, I agree. I feel like that we need goal scorers from all over the pitch, and I think that's good to have a team where you've got that. I would be very happy for Kane to win a trophy if it's with a foreign team. There we go.
Yeah.
from Ross. The hotel deal was a contractual agreement to rejuvenation of Tottenham, no money sharing, so all good. Yes, that's what I believed to be true, Carl Simpson. So yeah, I thought that is true. I thought that was true. Good morning, Mia. Great to see you. Prove it. Prove what?
Prove what?
I don't know. I don't know what I've got to prove, but okie doke.
Yeah, maybe show your tattoo.
My tattoo's actually on my back, so it's really hard to do because that one's on my top of my shoulders.
I see one there, isn't it?
You can see I've got one on my shoulder. I've got the one on my wrist and the one on my forearm as well, as well as my ankle as well. I've got plenty. I've got on my ribs. I've got plenty of tattoos. If anyone thinks they'll get 100 mil plus a player, they need to give their heads a wobble. Ryan Gravenberch is 21 and worth 30 million currently. Bayern won't include him in any deal.
I just looked him up, Mia. He's fantastic. He was a academy player at young Ajax, progressing to the Ajax team. He's actually a midfielder, 6'3", and he's currently playing for Bayern Munich, obviously. But he's played 11 times for his country and scored 1 goal. You know, so
interesting.
He's got good pedigree. He's only 21 as well. I don't think Bayern they're going to let him go.
No, they probably won't. If anyone, we've read that one. Leicester won the league, so why can't we? I think that was a bit of an anomaly. I don't think that's going to happen again. Right then, Mia, say Guglimo, because there's 3 times. Remember, the second G is silent. It'll be Gulimo. Is that how you'd say it?
Galimo.
Is that how you say it?
Galimo.
Because you can't say the second G, so and Joe, when I do it, I do the hands as well, because obviously Greek people are very.
That's the Italian thing with 3 fingers, isn't it?
But the thing is, actually, Greek people do the same. We're very hands, aren't we? When we explain stuff, we get very handsy.
It's disputable whether we started it or the Italians started it. Let us know.
Listen, we're the inventors of a lot of things, so it's probably us. Let's be honest.
The wheel.
A lot of words are Greek words. Arachnophobia, it's a Greek word.
A lot of medical words are Greek words. Yeah.
And also shapes. If you look at pentagon, it comes from the word meaning 5 in Greek. So
Vega, which is deca. Yeah. See, us Greeks get about, don't we? We're changing the language. We're changing the world. Come on.
Alex Ferguson came from Scotland. Look what he did. Yeah, I think that people always use the examples of the bad managers, not the ones that have come to England from Scotland, done well. But I've got faith in Ange. I've got faith. I've liked and subscribed, guys. Thank you so much, Ian.
Thank you very much.
Very much appreciated.
Lovely.
Hi, guys. I'm a Darlington FC fan. We were made bankrupt in 2011, reformed in 2012. Demoted to 4th League, and we're currently part-time fan owner National League North Club. We've had 3 promotions to date. Wow.
That's the one that Darlington supports, isn't it? Darlington. I'm sure he supports Darlington. Yeah.
Where are the Grey Lords today? They're having a day off.
The Grey Lords. See, we haven't got Grey Locks, have we?
I haven't, not yet.
16. I've only got about 5 or 6 grey hairs, so it's not that bad.
Kane is overrated. Column. You need to calm yourself down today.
I'm going to come to wherever you live. I think it's in Doncaster somewhere, and find you. I'll give your head a wobble.
Yeah. Cyril Knowles, Spurs and Darlow legend. Here we go.
Yes. Brilliant. Nice one, Cyril. Nice one, son. Nice one, Cyril. Let's have another one. That's from my era, Mia, not yours.
Yeah, not mine, no.
What a great left foot he had. Brilliant passer of the ball, Mia. Beautiful. And he was such a good defender as well. Had pace, could attack, everything. He had everything, that boy. Brilliant player.
Spurs announcement this morning of Angie's backroom staff looks decent. Yeah, it does look decent, actually. It does look decent. Carl said Sky Sports have just said Bayern haven't even officially bid yet. Sky Sports are way behind. They're always way behind. If David Ornstein is saying it, I believe it because it's been rejected, and Ali Gold has said it's been rejected. So I think the fact that it's been rejected just shows there was an offer. Personally,
I wish Philip was here. He'd have them forgot us.
Yeah, Sky. Do you know how often Sky Sports are just way behind everything? Honestly, I'd said to
go on.
I've said to my brother in the past, I'll tell him something, and he's like, "Oh, it's not a Sky yet." I'm like, "Listen, man, Sky are way, way behind. I'm telling you." And then when he finds out, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's just come on Sky." Yeah, 3 hours later, bloody yeah.
You know what I mean? Or they'll get Chris Cowling on or something like that. Do you know what?
Now, let's not speak about other people.
He's a good man, Chris Cowling, but obviously they get him to speak for Spurs, don't they? But you know what? I think with what Dermot says about them as well is they're very anti-Spurs. And I do you know what? I didn't really think that before Philip was saying, but now I see it. Because every programme I watch with Sky Sports, it's like an agenda against us. And it's not just a false agenda. You can tell they've got something against Spurs, man.
Moondog has sent in a super chat. Thank you so much, Moondog. We really do appreciate it. Good afternoon, you beautiful ladies. What a lovely thing to say. Thank you so much, Moondog. We do appreciate that one. Let's see. Kane to Bayern. Here we go. Not quite yet. Daniela, good morning, Daniela. I hope you're well. Kane ain't going anywhere. That bid from Bayern was a joke, and apparently we're straight up rejecting it. Yeah, we have rejected it already. Apparently, Daniela, it's already been rejected. There's no point if Bayern bidding, we're going straight up reject it. I think that they are trying their luck. I think they're just trying their luck, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think that's why. Just call him William because you ladies are butchering his name. Sorry. Italian isn't my language. I'm sorry.
No.
Sorry, I'm on one today. Yeah, you really are, Colin.
I know. Stop being naughty.
Did you wake up on the wrong side of bed?
He did. I'm telling you what, if David Harris gets his hands on him.
What do you think of our new assistant coach? Well, I think, do you know what? If Angie's happy, I'm happy. That's what I would say.
Yeah. And they've worked together, so you know it's not as if they don't know what each other wants. I would have liked him to get Harry Kewell in, because I think he works well with Harry Kewell as well. But he's got Mason under his wing as well, so he ain't going anywhere. So
no. Angelo is saying, I've been handsy and gotten slapped as well. Yasu.
Jesse. We've got some Greeks joining us. That's nice.
Yeah, there's been quite a few actually. Greek Australians actually have come in and it's been really nice actually. Yeah.
There's a lot of Greeks in Australia.
Mile Jedank. I don't know.
Mili Jedinak.
Mili Jedinak. I don't know.
Is that a player that you want?
Yeah, I'm not sure that. Yeah. That name is Italian for William, so Big Billy Vic will do it. Okay. Right, okay, here we're going to get we're going to get a lesson. It's Guillermo.
Yes, it's easy now, isn't it?
Guillermo. Thank you for our pronunciation lesson. It's your niece, Julia. Good afternoon, ladies. Good afternoon to you. Hope you're well. I'm so bored of the Kane now. Grow some balls. Admit you want to leave and hand in a transfer request. I completely agree with you on that one, Carl. I'm going to be honest. Talk Sport are anti-Spurs as well. Yeah, they are anti-Spurs. Absolutely, they are. Hotspur Lane, Tottenham have not received an official offer for Harry Kane, and if they do, any offer will be rejected 4 minutes ago. So are you going to believe Hotspur Lane or are you going to believe David Ornstein? I don't know. Personally, I would say David Ornstein's got a pretty good knowledge of what goes on. So I just think to myself, I don't know. What do you think?
Obviously, David Ornstein, he's reputable, isn't he? So
Yeah, that's what I think.
we trust people like that, because when they report things, they don't just report it willy-nilly. They've got substance behind it, right? I've just also looked up. I thought I recognised that name. He's the guy who played for Crystal Palace.
Oh,
Michael Jedinak.
yeah.
He's currently playing at Aston Villa, according to this. And he plays for Australia. Has he gone into coaching or something? Maybe he's gone into coaching.
Is that who else? Is that who our assistant coach? I don't think it was. It wasn't, was it? Or anyone in the coaching thing?
I don't
I'm trying to remember.
Let me have a look. Assistant coach for Spurs.
This Premier League record makes me laugh. Football never started with the onset of the Premier League. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Mal Jadank, Meli Jadink Jank, his beard is majestic. I hope he hasn't shaved it off.
Yeah. Well, maybe Dermot can throw some lights on that, because on here he's got Matt Wells is the coach, and so is Ryan Mason.
Yeah, I don't know if you've got the latest on the Harry Kane. Tottenham have rejected.
Yeah, we said that about 10 minutes ago, Dermot.
All right, no need to be okay. Fine, Mia. Fine. Look, I leave it to you.
I'm just saying.
No,
I was just joking. We have said it.
She's only kidding.
No, I've had no internet, so I don't know what's been said, and that I've suddenly just got my internet back now. So,
it's good.
Yeah. Right. I can give you the latest. Millie Jacket is part of Angie's backroom staff, as well as Ryan Mason.
I thought so.
Yeah, he's Australian as well, isn't he? So
yeah, he's a former Palace captain.
That's it.
That's
I remember him. He used to take Palace's penalties.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's quite a good player as well.
Yeah. I don't know if you went through what that bid was from Bayern Munich, Mia or Ellie.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Okay. But what I'm hearing, there will be more bids expected coming in. Madrid, PSG, and United will be bidding for Kane as well.
Okay. Wow.
So, look, it for me, he's got to me. This I want this sorted out this summer, one way or the other. I'm getting sick of the Harry Kane saga, to be fair. And we just have to wait and see where we go from here. Sorry, Mia, you're running the show, so I didn't mean to take over. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. Joe, what I did say I expected further bids, but I wondered if because of I think it would be like a bidding war, and I wonder if this is what Levy ultimately wanted, is to have a bit of a bidding war. But if we're going to continuously reject them, then they're not going to do it. So do you think that they've got the go ahead to give the offers? Because I feel like that Bayern is a team that we will accept as him going to a Bayern, but we won't accept him to go a Man U. So because Man U have been said they're going to walk away from it. So has this opened the door now for other bids?
For me, it has, Mia. For what I'm reading and from what I've been told this morning, even though my internet has not been working right, I've been on the phone all morning trying to get news up on this and trying to get the latest on this. For me, Madrid and PSG are the likeliest. Bayern Munich, Madrid, and PSG are the likely destinations for Harry Kane. Levy will not sell Kane to United. He will not sell him to another Premier League club.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, the destination for Harry Kane is probably going to be Madrid, PSG, or Bayern Munich. Out of them three, personally, I think he'll go to Madrid. But Madrid are putting a 250 million euro offer for Mbappe. So maybe that's knocked that out of the park. PSG be looking for a new striker.
Can I interrupt? I think that Madrid bid was false. I'm pretty sure that when we spoke about that wasn't true, that bid. I don't think
but I'm just making I'm just saying if Madrid do go and buy Mbappe, then he may go to PSG. But look, Madrid could come in. I think whoever he goes, he'll go to Europe. He will not go to United. Levy will not. Yeah, go on, Ellie.
I was going to say, I would say if he wants to win trophies, Real Madrid is the best place to go, because all right, they didn't win the La Liga this year, but they'll make a strong bid next year if they get Kane over the line. I think Bayern Munich, they're sort of, all right, they won the league, but they just won it on goal difference. And they've got a new regime come in, and they've got a little bit of unsettledness behind the scenes. So I think maybe Real Madrid, I think they'll probably come in again.
Right. I don't know if, girls, you've put this scenario up. Could this actually look what right? I'm gonna ask you both a question. Mia, if you were Daniel Levy, you got a player on the 1 year left on his contract, right? You've got Bayern Munich come in with a €100 million bid, 70 million plus 30 million add-ons, right? Which is works out to be over 100 million. And then you got a bid from Madrid and say PSG. What do you do? Do you keep him because you know he's your top player, he's your top striker, he's guaranteeing you at least 20, 25 goals that season. So you work out how many points you're going to get over that season. Or do you bite the bullet and say, right, you've got a year left on your contract, I'm going to sell you. If you're Levy, what do you do?
I sell him to the one that's going to give me the most money, man. Whoever's going, I'll make a bidding war. Let them bid war. Have a bidding war, and whoever's willing to stump up the most cash first gets him. So if it's going to be the one with the most and the lowest add-ons or whatever, he goes to them. That's who he goes to.
Yeah. Ellie?
Yeah, and there's a ceiling for Levy, isn't there? I think it's at the 100 million plus mark. If they bid lower than that, I don't think he's going to entertain it. I just don't see Levy letting him go for less than 100 million, you know. And I think that abroad club is going to be the one. It's either going to be Real Madrid or Bayern Munich, because I can't see him going to PSG.
No. Look, well, you don't know that, Mia, Ellie. Look, PSG are guaranteed to win trophies as well, because PSG are guaranteed to win the league every year in France. But look, for me, it comes down to money. It comes down to players are not loyal anymore. They're loyal to the back pocket. They're loyal to the money. They're not loyal to the club. I think you've said it as well, haven't you, Mia? That players are not loyal anymore, are they? And
no.
As much as Kane comes out as loyal, Harry Kane has never actually come out and said, "I want to stay at Tottenham. I want to stay here for the rest of my career." All it needed was a statement from him to say, "I want to stay. I want to be here. I want to win something with this club. This is my boyhood club." And he's never said anything like this. Now, where I get the people that want Kane to stay, I get it. But where's his loyalty? Where's his commitment to Tottenham? Where's he coming out with a statement? He had the Gary Neville interview where he was more or less saying in not too many bigger words, "I want to go." You had him not playing well after when he didn't get to Manchester City. Do you know?
I don't know, Dermot. I don't think you can doubt Harry Kane's loyalty, because look what he's done for us.
You can doubt his loyalty.
Because, right, okay, for the last 2 seasons, you know, people have been sniffing around him because they know what he can provide. But he's put in so much hard work to get himself up to that level. He's gone out on loan. He's come back stronger and stronger every time he's come back for on loan, and he's been committed to our club. I don't think me personally, I would never doubt his loyalty, but his head can be turned. All right. And he doesn't win trophies. If we'd won trophies, I don't think Harry Kane would be looking elsewhere.
I don't know what. What do you say in that, Mia? Do you agree with me or do you agree with Ellie?
I agree more so probably slightly with you, because if Man City would have put in a bid that was off decent, he would have happily gone to City. Absolutely, he would have. And that just shows that he isn't obviously a super loyal. He loves the club, but I don't think he is as loyal maybe as what some people make him to be. I've got to agree with the whole, if he wanted to, he could come out and like get rid of these rumours. He could sort this out quicker if he really wanted to. And it just appears like he's lingering on and he's sort of dragging it out. Now, if I'm loyal to someone, I tell you straight how it is. So I'm hoping that's what happens with Ange. I hope that he goes in with Ange, speaks to him and put it straight to him. And Ange just puts it straight to him too. And they just sort it out, because I feel Ange is somebody who's very straight talking who can do that. But I feel like Kane needs to make a decision. He can't keep dilly-dallying. I love that word, dilly-dallying. With like dilly-dallying, you know?
I look, for me, look, I understand what Ellie's saying. I get what you're saying, Ellie.
Yeah.
I do understand. But he hasn't come out and said anything. He hasn't come out with a statement and saying, look, I want to say, look, I'm one of the biggest Harry Kane fans going. I know Dave Harris is bigger than me, but I'm a Harry Kane fan. Love him at our club. If you look at the goals, how many points he got for us last season. Without him, we would have been round the relegation zone. So let's be realistic, and let's be truthful on that matter. He's scored over 25 goals every season, apart from 2 seasons. So look, as a striker, he's probably the best striker in the world right now, or one of the best. But I cannot fathom or get round my head how he hasn't come out with a statement anyway. Anytime every window comes up, it becomes the Harry Kane saga. Does he stay? Does he go? If he put out a statement and saying, I want to stay, I'm going to sign a new contract and I'm going to commit myself to Spurs, all this will go away like that. But he doesn't. Now, you can blame Charlie Kane for that. You can blame the people around him. He needs to come out and say, I want to stay. I want to commit myself to Tottenham. But he's not, and he hasn't. And this is the problem. Then it leaves many of us Spurs fans wondering what he's going to do. Leighton Evelyn's put their bottom there, Mia, if you want to bring that up. Sky Sports are saying no Fisher, but well, we were ahead of Sky on the last news we broke over Postecoglou. I think we're about 4 hours ahead. We're a day ahead of Sky, the three of us, weren't we, Mia?
Well, yeah, and also the fact that Ornstein has said it. David Ornstein put it up. Also, I've just read here, sources believe that Tottenham may be forced to cash in for Kane if they receive an offer of 80 million plus add-ons from a foreign club.
Bayern Munich are coming back in again. I've just checked, and they are going to put another bid in. So it's going to be around 80 million. And that's what I've been told as well. 80 million plus add-ons. Yeah. So what's that work out? 110, 120 million altogether?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what ball being counted says. No, Dermot, you just want him to do that. Do what?
I think he means about Harry Kane coming out and making a statement.
He should do.
I don't know. Do you know what? He might have done that personally behind the clubs.
Forget behind the club scenes.
With the fans, I agree, right? Yeah. He should make a clear statement, because us fans, we're left in limbo. I agree with that, right? Wholeheartedly. He should come out and say, I want to stay. I'm committing myself to Spurs and I'm going to sign a deal to keep me at Spurs. But he doesn't. And there's all these people around him pulling him left, right and centre. So the bloody boy's confused. I think what I've said about his loyalty is he has been loyal to us, but with the fact that he doesn't come out and say that he's committing his future to Spurs, I don't like that. That's one thing I'd love Kane to make.
Where has he shown loyalty, Ellie?
Because
hang on.
The way he's played for us.
Yeah, now hang on.
Let me loyal.
Where was he loyal for the 3? Yeah, but where was he loyal?
You know how much training he does.
But Ellie, where was he loyal when he down tools for 3 months when Nuno was in charge? Where was his loyalty then?
I wouldn't say it was 3 months. I would say about 4 or 5 matches.
No, where was his loyalty then when he down tools?
No, but I don't think.
Where was his loyalty when he was speaking to Gary Neville? Where was his loyalty then when he's speaking to Gary Neville, trying to force through a move?
Yeah, but
to Manchester City.
He didn't actually come out and specifically say.
Hold on. If somebody says something,
I'll get your point.
Like, can I just hold on a sec? Can I just point out?
Let's be loyal.
Can I just point out something, right? Just because somebody doesn't directly say it doesn't mean that they're not suggesting it in such a way that it's pretty obvious. If you read between the lines, Spurs between the lines, go ahead, subscribe.
Stop plugging.
I can. I'm on my joint. I'm on my joint stream. I can do what I want.
I'm joking.
Yeah. So basically, if you read between the lines of what he was saying, I'm a footballer, get me out of here. That's basically what he was saying, Eddie. Come on, we all know it. We all know it.
And if you want to be a
That's
THFC till I die, you know
Listen.
where to come for the breaking news. Do you know what I mean?
That doesn't make him
As long
disloyal.
as and Spurs between the lines. Thank you.
Clever. That makes him clever because we haven't won all.
Ellie, how does it make him clever?
It does. He's loyal to Spurs. He supports Spurs. His whole family supports Spurs. He's been loyal. We could have gone any time between now and when.
Ellie, he couldn't do anything unless Daniel Levy accepted the bid.
I'm defending him.
Listen.
No, can I just point out here? Everyone seems to be forgetting. Levy holds all the cards for the next 6 months. Right? He holds the cards. When it gets to January, Harry Kane holds the cards. So if you're Daniel Levy, what do you do? Do you think, well, do I wait 6 months and hope that he may sign a new contract, get to January, he moved to any club he wants to for nothing? Or do I call his bluff?
Yeah, Carl Simpson.
And I think Levy's going to call Harry Kane's bluff. Now, I will say I want Harry Kane to be in our team next season. I want him to stay. But if he's not going to sign a new contract and you've got a year left in your contract, are we going to go down the road of letting him go for nothing? Or are we going to get a certain amount of millions for him and put it back into the team? I get the millions for him and put it back into the team.
And Joe, what else I would say? Like, I don't doubt that Harry Kane has been fantastic for us. Like, nobody can doubt what a fantastic player he is. And that he did sign a longer term contract because he did think maybe that we were going somewhere. Otherwise, I don't think he would have signed it. But what you've also got to understand is that, see, now it feels like that he is dragging his heels a little bit, and he's kind of putting Tottenham in a situation that now we could end up not having any money for him. And if he truly cared about the club, to me, he would lay down his cards on the table and make sure that the club that he loves actually did get something for him and leave a legacy at Tottenham in a good way, that we got money for him and left his legacy on a good note. Because I feel like if he leaves on the free, I feel like that it's a somewhat tainted note. Not that it would ruin him at all, how much we love him as a player, but it kind of taints it very slightly depending on who he went to. Like, that's how I kind of see it on the balance of things. If I'm going to be balanced about stuff, which I'm mostly balanced, and I've got no agenda against Harry Kane. So if anyone thinks that, I really don't. If you think about what I'm saying, it's logical. Surely
Mia. It is speculation. We don't know what he said behind the scenes. Nobody knows what conversations he's had. It's all hearsay. Yeah, like when he was with Gary Neville, you said, "Oh, he made a suggestion." But I don't agree with that. I don't think he made a suggestion. He was just talking.
If you watch it again,
no, if you watch it, he doesn't.
He does.
But you can. But if you, okay, if somebody
playing golf,
hold on a sec, if you go into a court of law and you can be guilty of, say, a defamation, you can be guilty by basically what you've kind of implied by implication. But listen, but I'm using it. But I'm using it as I'm using it as an analogy. So if somebody is implying something, it's not implausible to think that that's what they're saying indirectly, and that's a very good way of looking at it. When you look at that way, you can imply something very much so without actually saying the words. So if somebody, again, another analogy, I don't have to say to somebody that I love them, but if I imply that I love them, does that mean I don't love them because I've not said that I love you? Of course I still love you. It doesn't mean I'm not, just because I'm not directly saying I love you, doesn't mean I don't. It just means that my actions are showing it. Actions speak louder than words, right? So I feel like that's how you've got to see it, Ellie. It isn't just because you don't say those words, it doesn't mean that they're not true, that he doesn't.
I
He's not
disagree
saying
still.
that.
I disagree still because you're bringing out different scenarios. What
No,
I'm
No, but it's not a comparison. It's an analogy. Analogy is trying to show what to prove. But it is because it's to prove my point. It is a good analogy because, like I say, just because I don't say I love you doesn't mean that my actions and what I'm saying doesn't show you that I love you. That's the very, very good one because that's how you should. It doesn't mean that.
I do agree with Mia. Action do speak louder than words. I have to say.
What did he do?
Well, look. When he was asked about, look, it makes no difference what was said, what wasn't said. He hasn't signed a new contract. We're now coming to the last year of his contract. We as a club have to think sensibly.
Mm-hmm.
The signing of the 6-year contract was actually down to Charlie Kane. And I think somebody read somewhere that he admitted it was a mistake to sign on for 6 years. If you're Harry Kane and you love Spurs, you're signed tomorrow. He would have signed a new contract already. So him not signing and dragging his heels, and for me, Levy's got to sell him. And I know somebody said in the Edward, why of yours, if Dermot's sick of Harry Kane, why is he talking about it? I'm sick of the Kane saga. I'm sick of every transfer window. It's the Harry Kane show. Every window, it's Harry Kane. It's going to be sold. Sky News. Harry Kane wants to go here. It's Talk Sport. Harry Kane wants to go here. All it needs for him is to come out and says, I'm committing my future to Spurs. I am going to sign a new contract. We're going to talk about it and we're going to sort it out. But there's nothing. Absolutely jack all.
Be kept stum.
Yeah. And then that it's like
dictating that to him as well.
Yeah, but it's like somebody, it's like a dictator being overruled by a coup, right? And then you're left with a vacuum of different people trying to take over. And at the moment, because of his silence, it's left a vacuum for every sports organization, Sky Sports, Talk Sport, all the Twitter people, to come out with different bits of news on Harry Kane. Or Harry Kane wants to leave. Harry Kane's going here. Harry Kane's going there. All it needs for it all to stop is Harry Kane to release a statement. I'm just putting that statement. I'm committed to Spurs. We're in the talks for a new contract. I will sign a new contract. I want to win stuff with Tottenham. But there's been nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Can I just say on Steve D's point, no one knows what's going on behind the closed doors. Correct. Kane may well want to stay, but Levy may have told him he will sell for 100 million, which makes Kane's statement unrealistic. Well, no, if he wants to stay and doesn't want to sign a contract, why shouldn't Levy want to sell him if that is the case? And so if that is the case, yeah, Levy's absolutely correct to do that if Kane doesn't want to sign a contract. But you're right, nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors. But we do have to read between the lines a little bit and obviously figure out if he is going to stay and it doesn't come up that he's going to not sign another contract. No contract talks are in the works. Then we know he didn't want to sign another contract, and therefore we know that meant that he's staying for that year without signing another contract, which I feel is a really foolish thing to do. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, Tottenham Tears are saying as well, Tottenham may be forced to cash in for Kane if they receive an 80 million plus odds on. For what I'm hearing, Bayern Munich are going to put in an 80 million bid plus add-ons for Harry Kane. So that is what I'm hearing.
Just putting another £10 million on top.
Yeah.
So they bid 70.
I mean, we said last night, me and Philip, that German clubs don't usually spend big. They're not big spenders, German teams. They're really not. But can you imagine?
How much did they play for Mane? Is it something like 80 million as well?
No, I think it was less than that. I don't know off the top of my head, Ellie, if you want to check on that.
So, Joe, this is a really good analogy here. My girlfriend used to tell me she loved me, but she chose to be with her lover most nights, though. So that just shows you words mean nothing if you just say them. It doesn't mean just because you say one thing that you don't mean another, right?
Yeah, but what in that case is that if you're the other party, if you're the wife, you play hardball.
Yeah,
Like
but
Levy's
look,
doing. He plays hardball with Kane, doesn't he, Levy?
right. Here's a question to you guys, right? If Harry Kane wants to win trophies, where does he go?
Madrid.
And you can guarantee the two teams. No, forget Real Madrid. Real Madrid are as skin as I am. All right, they're only being bankrolled by the Spanish government and by Spanish banks. Barcelona are the same. Spanish football is in a complete mess. So you're basically looking at PSG and Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich have won the league, I think, is it 8 or 9 years in a row. PSG have win the league every year. So there's one guaranteed trophy, a league title. Bayern Munich are more likely, I think, to do well in the Champions League than PSG, in my opinion. PSG just are full of individuals, where Bayern Munich are a team. What Bayern Munich have been missing is a goal scorer. Who was the fella that went to Barcelona, Mia?
For who? When?
Last summer. Is it Lewandowski?
Lewandowski.
Lewandowski. Now, he was the main striker for Bayern Munich. He went to Barcelona. So Bayern Munich without a main striker. So, of course, they're going to be looking at Harry Kane. But, for me, it's a hard one because we all love Harry Kane. He's our club record goal scorer. He's a legend of the club. But he scored great goals for us. But I think when it matters, and I have to agree with Mia on this point, he's never really stepped up when we've in finals. And you've said that before, haven't you, Mia?
Absolutely. It's a team game. None of them stepped up. I did say that none of them stepped up.
None of them stepped up. It's a team game. You can't.
But he is part. But he was part of that team that didn't win, which is which people don't like to hear. But he didn't. He didn't win those opportunities.
I don't think they don't like to hear it. It's the truth. But they would say it is a team game. Like a sensible person would say it's a team game. You can't put all your eggs in one basket and expect Harry Kane to pull you over the line. It's a team game, so everybody should chip in, and none of them did.
I actually agree with this. If Kane was more like Drogba, he maybe he would have won a trophy for us by now.
He was playing with fantastic players, Drogba.
Yeah, but he's still. It's not the point of playing for fantastic play, mate. He always put himself about. Do you know? He was.
Kane does as well. Kane puts himself about more than Drogba ever did, in my opinion.
No, you're wrong there, Eddie.
Come on.
How many times
all over the park?
How many times did work? Yeah, no, Ellie, I can't agree with that. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. I can't agree with that.
Better than Drogba as well. Sorry.
Look, goal scoring wise, yeah, but Drogba for me was more of a. What do you think, Mia?
He was a very different player, but there's no doubt in my mind that Drogba was an absolute brilliant player. Absolutely. And the thing about it is, what will Drogba be remembered for? Do you know what I'm saying? Like when you look at Kane, if he doesn't win any trophies at Tottenham, he'll be remembered for breaking goal scoring records. Do you know? I think that's the difference, isn't it? I think that's where you can see that Drogba, he was a fantastic player. And Kane is a fantastic player on another level. He's brilliant, but I do feel like that he what holds him back when it comes to the conversations is the fact that he hasn't won anything.
That stat says it all. 10 goals in 12 finals.
There we go.
That's the
but like you said, it's not a one player in a team. He played in a fantastic side that created those 10 goals for him in those 12 finals.
We had a great team
up front, he would have done the same.
Yeah, but we had a great team on the pod.
So I've just looked up what Drogba's won: 4 Premier League titles, 4 FA Cups, 3 League Cups, and a Champions League winners medal.
Because that's a fantastic team.
But What the fact is, though, it doesn't matter, Ellie. The fact is that he is if Kane doesn't win anything, he's below Drogba, in my opinion, for not winning anything.
So are you telling me, Ellie, the team we had on the potch, which was a great team, a team that finished third in the two horse race, okay, we got to League Cup finals, we got to a Champions League final. Are you telling me Harry Kane and semi-finals as well, that Harry Kane played brilliant in all of them finals? That he was the man to get us over the line. We had, yourself, we had a great side.
I'll reiterate, it's a team game.
Yeah, but we had a great
technical players and a better team than us.
Yeah, but we did have a good side.
Yeah, we did. I'm not, no doubt. But you can't put it all on Harry Kane's shoulders.
He's our main striker.
Yeah, but you can't put it all on his. You have to create.
But I'll tell you what, right? I'll tell you one thing. When you look at a Messi, when you look at a Ronaldo, when their team needed them, they would drag them over the line. They would make sure that they
fantastic teams.
That's not the point.
That's not the point.
Team. Do you think?
But we did. But hold on a minute. So are you telling me that when we had Toby and we had Jan at the back, we had Walker, we had Dele Alli at one, we had Christian? You're telling me all those players that we had were not good enough, that Kane couldn't have actually dragged us over that line?
No, because it's a team game. It's a team game. You can't.
But that's what I just said to you about. Yeah, but you just hold on a minute.
Chelsea got more technical players who create more chances.
Right. Hold on a second. Let me go back on your point a moment. But you just said the reason that Messi and Ronaldo could do it is because of their great teams. When I point out to you that we did have a good team and Kane didn't step up, you're basically going back on that point that you just made. You are, because
you what I said. I said that those teams were far superior to our team. They were.
But those teams, they had, when I'm talking about with a Messi and a Ronaldo, you're saying they had great teams, right? And we had a good enough team in those times to push on, and the whole team let us down. But when you look at someone like a Ronaldo and a Messi, they make sure they drag their team over the line like a Drogba did, like that kind of player. But I'm not saying that Kane hasn't got that ability to do that, but it'd be interesting to see him in another team to see if he could do that. That's what I would be interested to see.
You've put here, Kane played in the Spurs side on the potch that was touted as the best team in the league for 2 to 3 years. Yep. He also puts in, we also had the best defence for 2 years.
We did, indeed.
Yeah, we had the equal with Manchester United on the
right. I'll give you an example, Ellie, right? The Italian team that won the 1982 World Cup, right, wasn't the best team in the world, okay? That 82 Brazilian side should have won the World Cup. They were the best team in the world. Technically the best players, everything about it. Italy started the first 3 games in the World Cup with 3 0-0 draws. Rossi, who was coming back from a ban, couldn't score, right? They then played Brazil in a quarterfinal. Back then in the 82, there was 2 group stages. They beat Brazil, the best team in the world, 3-2. Who dragged them over the line? Rossi. Rossi scored a goal then. They beat France in the semi-final. And then he scored another couple of goals in the final itself. He ended up the top goal scorer. He wasn't playing, that Italian side wasn't the best in the world, but he dragged them over the line. You look at teams, just Steven Gerrard, 3-0 down to AC Milan in the Champions League final. He dragged that side back. He got the first goal as captain, dragged them back to 3-0. Of course, they won on penalties. Harry Kane is our best striker. He's the best striker we've had since Jimmy Greaves. No question, no argument about that at all. He's our Jimmy Greaves of our era. So we're not going to disagree on that. We all would agree on that. But when it came to finals, and you are right, it is a team game. Harry Kane, as our top goal scorer, as our top striker, should have dragged us over the line like all other top strikers do, like a Drogba did, like a Steven Gerrard who played in midfield did. He drags team over the line because you're better than everyone else in that team. You're a better striker than anyone else. You're a better individual than anyone else. So he should have dragged over. And as for a kick here or a kick there, we could have won stuff. But I have to say, and I have always disagreed with Mia on this, but today I'm actually going to agree with her because she does make a point. I agree with your point as well, Ellie. But for me, Harry Kane he's supposed to be the top striker in the whole world and the best player in our team. He should have been able to drag us over the line in them finals.
Yeah. Well, we had some donkeys in our team as well.
Yeah, but it makes no difference.
Can I
just point here?
It's Sissoko.
Yeah, but look, you're signaling. Steve D says you're signaling the striker that's won to suit your narrative. Plenty of shit players have won trophies, and that's the point.
Of course they have, but look, I'll bring it back to it is a team game, right? And yes, Harry Kane could have played better in those finals and dragged us over the line. Of course he could have, but other players could have stepped up as well. If they were so brilliant, how comes they didn't pull their finger out and get us over the line?
I'll tell you right. Okay. There's a really good point. In that Champions League, when we was against Ajax, who did step up and actually drag us over the line? Who's not a great player, who actually took upon himself to do it? Lucas Moura did it. And that's the thing. And that's what you want. Like from somebody as good as Kane, that should be a consistent thing where he does do that. And he does do that in individual games. Do not get me wrong. He does. But when it comes to those big games, that's when he needs to show himself in that way. And I think that that's where sometimes, I feel like that Kane hasn't quite done that. But it'll be, like I say, it'll be interested in another team whether he could do that. I'll be very interested to do that.
Just to take it away from the Harry Kane sort of debate we're having, which has actually been a good debate, to be fair.
We can agree to disagree as well. There's no harm in that.
And as well, none of us are disrespecting Kane as an individual because we all love Harry Kane and we think he's a fantastic player. So,
Ellie's saying that, but in her head she's saying, "Yeah, but you're wrong. I'm right." That's what Ellie's saying. In her head.
The thing is, everybody's got a good point, right? Like the point Daniel said. He said to defend Ellie a bit. How many actual finals has Kane been fit for? One final. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if you're a talisman, you should be able to get your team over the line. Like you're saying.
Why I used the Rossi 82 thing was the best example because Italy weren't the best side to win that World Cup. Brazil should have won that World Cup in 82. Do you know? And
like they say, cometh the hour, cometh the man.
Cometh the man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree with you to a point, but I always say don't blame it on one player. Yeah. But where you're bringing in scenarios about Drogba, I can see your point. So it's not as if I'm disagreeing with that.
If he does go, who do we bring in? And I like this from Lloyd Hughes. He says Daniel Levy has a decision to make. Sell Kane now, get a pile of money, or keep him for another season and lose him for nothing next season. I have a feeling I know this will go. Look, I think he's gone. I think Harry Kane will not be here for the start of pre-season. That's my own opinion. But I don't know. But listen, guys, I want to ask a question to pair with you, and then I'll give my answer at the end. Who do you think, if Harry Kane sells, do we stick with Richie, or who do we bring in to replace Harry Kane?
Oh, right. That's a serious question. I'd like to have Ivan Toney, even though he's got his ban. If we're going to lose, say Kane stays and we lose him in January instead, then that would be a perfect time. And then I think Benny will be back from injury as well for that time, December, January time. Yeah. Ivan Toney would be my first bet.
Mia?
Did you just say a bet and Ivan Toney in the same sentence?
I don't bet. Hangers, do I?
Can I just say, I bet he's put a bet on him becoming a Spurs player.
or has he put a bet on Carl Simpson, what he said there? Ellie is actually thinking, Dermo, don't look out your window after dark, as Ellie will be outside your house in the dark. Gosh. What a funny man.
If Ellie's outside my house, I'll be calling the guards thinking she's stalking me. But no, on the serious point, Mia, who do we go for to replace Kane? Or do you think Richie can do the job?
Do you know what? Personally, I wondered if we could get maybe. I really want the guy from Celtic, and I think that there's probably another young kind of striker as well that we can get that can play like that we can swap around with Richie that would be happy to do that. I trust Postecoglou that he will find someone like that as well, and we won't cost us a lot. But then we can use that rest of that money and get some like wingers, get maybe another attacking midfielder, and I think that money could really make a difference in our squad, where we can then maybe rip up a couple of contracts as well. Say we don't want you, and rip up those contracts because we'll have that extra money, and I think that will be massive in the rebuild of the squad. Personally.
Columns just said, can I add that Harry Kane is 71st in the UEFA Champions League top goal scoring charts?
He's on one today, isn't he, Colin?
He is. I'm going to speak to him later as well. We've got Carlson. We get David, the Canadian striker, and Grift Orban. Now there's a young striker, 20-year-old from James Watkins, and he's fast as well, and he is quick. He's very quick.
He's Nigerian, but he plays for Belgium.
I think that's what I'm saying. There's plenty out there that we could get. It's not a replacement of Kane because obviously we can't replace. Like I said earlier, we can't replace him because he literally is irreplaceable, because what he does is very, very unique. But like I say, I feel like we can get other players to help contribute towards the goal tally.
Yeah. We've got, sorry, I just need to change my glasses for a minute.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yes, Dragon D's nuts, you are late.
Change my glasses as well. There we go. I'm undercover. I'm outside Dermot's house now. I'm leaving tonight.
No, I just need these to read them. My reading glasses, because I've just got them today. So, ball being counted, but I think Kane is worth more to Levy in one last season than he is if he leaves for Poultry. Plus, it's much more upheaval to the squad if he goes now. Better to deal with it. Yeah, but he goes for nothing.
And
so
Joe, what else?
How's that being smart? Seriously,
and also, I think upheaval in the team is already going to happen, because this is like a tear it up, start again type of scenario. So why not do it and tear the whole lot up and then just start again with Ange? Because otherwise Ange is going to basically play with Kane and then have to adapt next season.
Do you think Richie deserves to go if Kane goes? We did pay 60 million euro for him.
Yeah, I think so.
You sell Richie? Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't say that.
Did you say?
Give Richie a go.
Oh,
give Richie a go.
I thought you heard. Thought you said let Richie go. No, keep him, man. He'll come good. He just needs a chance, and he will suit his Postecoglou style, because he's fantastic at pressing.
I'm just asked the question, so I'm waiting to hear back. I'm with you, Kane. I've heard the same thing, that Levy. We did say on this channel that Kane has told Levy he wants to go. He did put in a transfer request there a while ago. It was rejected. So Kane has told Levy he wants to go. It's just Kane, he hasn't gone out public. And when we broke that news about Kane putting in the transfer request and wanting to go, it has been said, so it is out there. Yeah. Okay, Mia, you want to wrap up, so I'll let you finish off. You there, Mia?
I'm here. Yes. I just thought we'd wrap it up because, and obviously, if there is any more news, we're going to be on a bit later on anyway, aren't you? At 4 o'clock. So
yeah, we're on at 4 with Newsbeat, where we'll continue with this breaking news. We've got more news as well to bring you to then. So yeah, we are back at 4 on THFC Till I Die, where you can join myself and Ellie. Philip is off today, but me and Philip are back tomorrow. With the, and then we're doing the podcast this week very quickly. Me, I just want to plug this. On Friday, we're actually doing a politics podcast where no politician is going to be left unturned, where we actually take the piss out of everyone, to be fair. So we're going to have a bit of fun with that, go down a bit of memory lane, talk about the old days, new days, something completely different. We just wanted to do something non-football just to have a bit of fun. But we are back at 4 on THFC Till I Die, so please get over there and like and subscribe if you haven't already. We've had man numbers today, so Mia, I'll let you wrap up because you are the host.
You wouldn't bloody think so, would you? Let's be honest. Yeah, thank you so. Oh well, you know, we're all hosting together. This will be nice. Thank you everyone so much for joining us. It is very much appreciated. Like we say, we are going to bring you all of the news. Behave yourself, children. We are going to bring you all of the latest news. Can you two just behave? And later on.
Get out of my club.
Oh, sorry.
Get out.
I'm on my channel as well. You come in, right? You're not even meant to bloody be here, right? So it should be you that gets removed. See you later, mate. Right? Off you go. Thank you.
There you go. It's Ellie's show, Ellie Ladies Breakfast Show. Join me. Tune in, like and subscribe. These other bits.
Right, I'm going to have the final say. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Hang on.